Ovambo people against spear tips made out of metal, sugar, tobacco, salt, glass beads. These things the Bushmen people didn't have here. So when they made a big fire, the Bushmen people knew, we want to come and negotiate with you. So then the Bushmen people took their women and children away because they didn't want that the Ovambo men see their family. They came together and sat underneath a tree, and then they started negotiating. When everybody was satisfied, only during night they melted the copper. They had an old termite hill which they made charcoal, and then they started smelting the copper. The copper was running out in little molds in the sand, big enough so that the Ovambo people could put them back in the baskets and walk back to Ondangwa. They only melted the copper during nighttime because they believed, the Ovambo people believed, you can't let the sun see you smelting copper. So when they didn't finish during nighttime, they were sitting around the next day, and when the sun was setting and it was dark, they again started smelting the copper. So when everything was finished and everybody was satisfied, the Ovambo people both walked back to Ondangwa. There they did trade again with the Angolan people for salt, for things they needed. They made jewelry out of the copper. They also made ankle rings out of the copper. And the ankle rings, you can see them in this showcase. Some of them had a weight of 3 kilograms. They were put around the woman's ankle so that the wife couldn't walk away from her husband. In the earlier years, when the different Ovambo tribes fight against each other or had war against each other, the ones who lost, the winners, took their women and they had to marry the other men. So that wasn't a marriage out of love. And so maybe sometimes the woman didn't like her husband and she wanted to walk away. And imagine she has 3 kilogram weight on each ankle. In the beginning she will lift up her feet, but later she will start shovel her feet because she's tired, and then the husband could follow her and bring her back. It was also when they had jewelry, the more copper the people were wearing, it showed how rich they were. And it was used for medicine, for arthritis and rheumatism. It helped them as well. Here you can see some of the copper rings. You also can see a little photograph of a woman wearing them. And the smaller rings were used as jewelry. As you know, you are all Ovambos, no? Yeah. There are different tribes of Ovambos. Kwanyama, Mbalantu, Mbajera, and every different tribe had its own king. And the Mbalantu warriors, these were the warriors who had a king that was very, very cruel. He was not a nice man. So when we wanted to go somewhere, they had to carry him in his hut all over, and he punished his people when they had done something wrong very severely. For instance, they had to take a baobab